There was a girl who looked in the mirror every morning and saw failure, not because she was failing, but because everyone else seemed to be winning. Her classmate got promoted. Her cousin got married. Her friend bought a house. And she? She was still struggling, still trying, still feeling like she was running a race she could never win. One night, exhausted and broken, she sat on her bedroom floor and cried. "Why am I not good enough?" she whispered. And then her grandmother, who had been quietly watching from the doorway, said something that shattered her. "You're asking the wrong question, child. The question isn't why you're not like them. The question is, why are you trying to be?" This is the story of comparison, the silent thief that steals your joy, your peace, and your worth. And the moment one woman finally stopped measuring herself against others and discovered who she truly was. Her name was Mira, 29 years old, smart, hardworking, talented. But none of that mattered to her, because no matter what she achieved, it never felt like enough. And the reason was simple. She was addicted to comparison. Every morning, she woke up and checked Instagram. Perfect bodies, perfect vacations, perfect lives. Her colleague posted about a promotion. Her friend shared engagement photos. Her neighbor flaunted a new car. And Mira, she felt smaller with every scroll. What am I doing wrong? She'd think. Why is everyone else ahead? It started in school. Mira was good. But there was always someone better, someone smarter, prettier, more confident. Teachers praised other students. Parents compared her to cousins. "Why can't you be more like her?" they'd say. And slowly, Mira internalized a toxic belief. Her worth was relative. She was only valuable if she was better than someone else. And if someone else was better, then she was worthless. That belief followed her into adulthood, into her career, her relationships. One day, after seeing yet another friend's success post online, Mira broke down. She called her grandmother, the only person who never made her feel inadequate. "Dottie, I feel like a failure," she sobbed. "Everyone is doing better than me. Better jobs, better relationships, better lives. What's wrong with me?" Her grandmother was silent for a moment. Then she said, "Come visit me tomorrow. I want to show you something." The next day, Mira arrived at her grandmother's house. Her grandmother led her to the garden. She pointed to a rose bush. "Beautiful, isn't it?" Mira nodded. Then her grandmother pointed to a mango tree. "And this?" Mira nodded again. "Now tell me," her grandmother said, "which one is better?" Mira frowned. "What do you mean?" Her grandmother smiled. "The rose gives beauty. The mango gives fruit. One blooms for weeks, the other feeds for months. So which one is better?" Mira hesitated. "They're different." Her grandmother's eyes softened. "Exactly. They're different. Not better, not worse. Different. And you, my child, are trying to be a rose when you're a mango tree. You're comparing your fruit to someone else's flowers, and then wondering why you feel inadequate." Mira's throat tightened. Her grandmother continued, "Every time you compare yourself to someone else, you're insulting your own uniqueness. You're saying, 'My path is wrong. My journey is invalid. My gifts don't matter.' But that's a lie. You are not behind. You are not less than. You are simply on a different timeline, running a different race, becoming a different version of greatness. And the moment you stop comparing, you'll finally see what you've been too blind to notice, that you've been enough all along." Tears streamed down Mira's face, because deep down she knew it was true. She had spent years measuring herself against people who had different lives, different circumstances, different goals. Her friend's promotion? She worked in a different field. Her cousin's marriage? She had different priorities. Her colleague's new house? He had family money. None of it was comparable. But she'd been comparing anyway, and it was destroying her. That evening, Mira made a decision. She deleted Instagram. Not forever, but for now. She needed silence, space, a break from the constant noise of other people's highlight reels. And in that silence, something unexpected happened. She started noticing her own life, not through the lens of comparison, but through the lens of truth. She had a job she was good at, not glamorous but stable, meaningful. She had friends who loved her, not many, but real. She had a small apartment, not fancy, but hers. She had health, creativity, time, freedom. And for the first time in years, she felt something she'd forgotten: gratitude. Weeks passed. Mira started a journal. Every night she wrote 3 things she was proud of, not achievements compared to others, just personal wins. I finished that project. I made someone laugh today. I took care of myself. Small things, but powerful, because they weren't measured against anyone else. They were hers. And slowly, her perspective shifted. She stopped seeing herself as behind. She started seeing herself as on her own path. One day, a former classmate messaged her, "Mira, I saw you're still at the same company. When are you moving up?" The old Mira would have felt shame, embarrassment. But this Mira smiled and typed, "I'm exactly where I need to be right now, and I'm happy." The classmate sent a confused emoji. But Mira didn't care, because she finally understood. Other people's opinions don't define her worth. Their timelines don't dictate her pace. Their successes don't diminish her value. Months later, Mira got a promotion. Not because she was chasing anyone, but because she was focused on herself, her growth, her skills, her journey. And when she got the news, she didn't post it online. She didn't compare it to anyone else's achievement. She just sat quietly, smiled, and whispered, "I did it, on my own time, in my own way." And that felt more fulfilling than any external validation ever could. One evening, her younger cousin called, crying, "Everyone my age is getting married. I feel like I'm failing." Mira took a deep breath and repeated the words her grandmother once told her. "You're not failing. You're just blooming at a different time. A rose that blooms in spring isn't better than one that blooms in summer. It's just different. Stop comparing your spring to someone else's summer. Your time will come. And when it does, it will be perfect, because it will be yours." Here's the brutal truth. Comparison is killing you. Every time you scroll through social media, you're not seeing reality. You're seeing curated highlight reels, the best moments, the edited versions, the filtered lives. You're comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's show reel, and you're losing. Not because you're less than, but because you're playing a rigged game. A game where the rules are designed to make you feel inadequate. So you keep scrolling, keep consuming, keep comparing, and keep suffering. But what if you stopped? What if you realized that your worth has nothing to do with anyone else? That your journey is yours alone? That you're not in competition with the world? You're in collaboration with yourself. Your only job is to be better than you were yesterday. Not better than her, not faster than him. Just better than the person you were last week, last month, last year. That's the only comparison that matters. You versus you. Past you versus present you. And when you focus on that, everything changes. So stop measuring your chapter 3 against someone else's chapter 20. Stop judging your beginning against someone else's middle. Stop thinking you're behind because someone else is ahead. You're not running their race. You're running yours. And your finish line looks nothing like theirs. Your success has a different shape, a different timeline, a different definition. And the moment you accept that, you become free. Free from the exhausting need to keep up. Free from the toxic belief that you're not enough. Free to finally see the truth, that you've always been enough. You just stopped believing it. Stop comparing. Start living. Your worth was never up for debate. You are a mango tree in a world obsessed with roses. And that's not a flaw. That's your power. Be you fully, unapologetically enough.